Cloud9, looking at the draft in its entirety, I think will have a very intriguing journey going from draft to draft because they are very different in the ways that they can...
A very engaged, heavy, short-range team from CLG. It could actually be a good pickup, but he's getting targeted early.
Has to flash out of the vicinity, but sees multiple members of CLG on his tail. Fudge waiting for the last hits. Blubber here to try and offer some assistance with some lockdown thrown on saplings going in. The charge up from Dokla cannot connect with
M&S?
Fudge, and M&S looking for the angle, looking to collapse. The root onto one from Blabber. M&S slinging on in there, hitting away with the Q, and what it do? First blood for Fudge. Station is the way Blabber and the rest of the teams respond. Oh, Fudge right across mid side though, running into some danger once again.
The fact that they draft this high tempo style allows them to then go start snowballing neutral objectives, and Blabber has been one of the least proactive junglers in the LCS.
Pressure just through sheer vision, they're able to offer on that bot side after taking that dragon. Blabber can be here on the top side to try to make the pay. Palafox going in onto it on Blabber though, stunned away, and a double knock up. M&S over the wall he goes, multiple ults utilized, contracts burn on down. Palafox soon to follow, ends up flashing out of it. Fudge getting a channel over here onto Dokla, who wants to escape, but it's a split up of the fight. Multiple Cloud9 as they drop this Rift Herald across mid. Very great place and very standard to be able to drop it, especially ahead of the dragon as the fight starts to break out. Contracts going in, and Maokai throwing the ultimate in response. A charm onto one, and the laser coming through for Sven, so he has to flash out of it. And off from the side, Berserkers get the damage down. One hail to get the kill onto Poom, and Contracts has way too many blue lines on the pursuit of his own body, separating him from the fight. It's the one for double.
Instead, they try and get the wave shoving again before they do it, but Palafox in some trouble here.
Wanted to find a moment to push this up, but now flashing in response to M&S going in with the ultimate for Blabber. Again, here to lock him down. The lock with the golden, but Palafox can't get to Poom quick enough until the final blow comes from M&S. And Poom, the sacrifice to follow for Cloud9. Getting the victory in that engage.
Oh, Palafox just stepping a little bit too far forward in lane. C9 with the inside trap from River, cut him off. That's 2 kills. Luger wants something though.
Trying to get something here. M&S falling pretty low to the lathering bolts of Luger, so a pick-up kill from CLG while Cloud9 take their second Drake of the game.
Good of them to find a cleanup kill there and stop the pressure from the bot side. Of course, Berserker will shove in mid lane, grab this first turret of the game. During this time, though, you saw Contracts focused up on this top side with Dokla, forced Fudge out of the lane. They're going to trade a turret back, so a 2,000 gold...
We're saying a lot of these comps just having that single target that you really need to remove right off the bat for the most damage. Blabber getting caught right here in the line bush, though. The responding Rune, but ends up falling to the hand of...
On that play, absolutely massive to get his kill there because it allows him to grab this Rift Herald. As we see, Palafox in some trouble.
The play made on the opposite side. Palafox the sacrifice for
the realizing that they can't do it, Berserker actually moves down to the bot lane to find an early kill on him. Very well done.
More pressure here across mid. The Herald pretty quickly dropped after grabbing it to get that charge across mid. They knew it would take a little bit.
The kill there, a little bit of pressure, but because he lost his ultimate and committed it there, I don't think CLG are too worried about this from here. And Palafox can keep trying to scale up. We talked about the scaling. A lot of flanks.
Cloud9 starting up onto the dragon. They know that Poom is here, and M&S wants to zone him off. Fudge coming through as well. There's the ultimate from Blabber, the stun and more, and the knockback onto Dokla and the squad. Berserker getting marked so low by Contracts, though. Contracts isolating the target very effectively. Cloud9, no one here to make their stand. CLG bullying him out of the pit.
Excellent.
We're on this Baron play from CLG.
So
M&S
slow.
here, stepping up to it. Fudge wanting to line, hits the Q back. M&S goes in, knocks up multiple on the backside. Poom to fall, and Baron goes down, secured by...
That team fight, so just very split focus there.
Oh, and coming back into it.
Oh, Sven immediately jumped on again. Objective down, but I think C9 did an okay job splitting the map. So M&S forced Dokla up there to grab that, but here we go, getting some gold back in their pocket. Gold lead close.
The stolen ultimate from Berserker does not connect, but Cloud9 feeling more and more pressure, so they feel the need to turn this back onto Dokla, who uses the unstoppable onslaught to get the heck on out of there back into the riverside. Fudge now isolated by Poom and Contract. Look how fast that...
They're still going to take this fight.
We're starting to see inklings of it, and maybe CLG will throw down that lockdown in this fight over the dragon. Already burned below 4, but going to get reset here. Cloud9 continue to hover around the river. They have to be worried about those flanks that CLG had executed on previously. Contracts looking for a similar angle, wants to find Berserker again, gets a knockup onto Berserker and Sven, but the rest of the team getting charmed and locked up around the Dragon side. It's Contracts this time that's the first to fall, so Cloud9 get the chance to wrap it around for another Dragon of their own.
C9 had
KazaLoLLCShighlights, who's trying to find the angle through the jungle, but Cloud9, I think they're just looking at the way CLG is poking off on this. There's no true commitment just yet, looking on who's going to usher the start of this fight first. KazaLoLLCShighlights losing about 40% of his HP, same with Dokla, so they have to wrap around the pit.
This is huge for C9. The fact they poked CLG off, CLG was kind of spotted the entire way. They didn't have a good flank angle, and C9 leaked out M&S at the start of this to actually just take the soul by himself. Great macro out of Cloud9.
And now Cloud9. Complain about, you know, some of that infuse me with what coffee would do. Oh, going in. There's some action right there. Immediate burn down of Poom. Let's see what Cloud9. Burn, baby, burn. CLG can't do nothing in the 4v5, so they give up the purple crown to Cloud9.
Nice pick off by C9 there. Poom has been looking for these angles all game long and had been a couple of close encounters and stuff. Is going to be for CLG to find an angle to engage because the range is so heavily in C9's favor here. Once Poom's back up, now these waves, C9 keeping the pressure up. M&S staying mid lane. He's alone in that lane right now. So while they'll defend this inner bot lane turret, they're going to lose an inhibitor for the sake of it.
And going for the lockdown from Blabber just to keep CLG here. Multiple knockdown Poom into the back. CLG blasting around. They take two, make that three. Coming in hot on the bot push.
C9 are split pushing, and Dokla baits them into thinking that they can actually go for that engage. Poom finds the monstrous three-man engage, annihilates them. Fudge caught out a little bit here.
Whew. Contracts popping the watch. Fudge just wanting to buy time to get to safety. Doesn't have a turret here at the tier 2. Does blast down Contracts though. Now Poom and
On the side of C9.
And C9 definitely looking to throw that physical damage at these turrets, and more KazaLoLLCShighlights. Oh.
Whoa.
That's that with M&S pushing on that mid side prior, and now finally taking down the tier 2. So as Super's coming along for this, they don't look to give up this pressure. Another ultimate engage from Blabber, and it's just the right now at the start, and M&S into the backline. Boom, activated the quickness, but is on the retreat towards the fountain. CLG, they don't have a mid laner. They don't have a stance against the taking of this second inhibitor.
M&S snapbacks have been breaking ankles all game long there. Uses that as a chunk out tool, and then knowing that the enemy team's going to try and punish him, instantly goes back to his original body's position, able to get out, but C9 want to punish.
Dokla trying to throw it back there and getting the teleport in as well. Decent damage onto M&S, who now is in the retreat scenario. KazaLoLLCShighlights getting the ultimate thrown down in the root, so Berserker has fallen. Cloud9 lacking to get the collapse onto CLG's support, but it's CLG focusing onto the Elder. Another ultimate this time thrown back by KazaLoLLCShighlights. Gets the root onto Blabber, but they're keeping their eyes on Dokla. M&S going in, he gets the chunk, but is the follow-up good from Cloud9? He's going in for the end of the game. That's one turret, that's two. Who cares about Elder when you got the Nexus in your sights for Cloud9? Cutting into the scrap of CLG. KazaLoLLCShighlights, can you make the stand against Fudge? What he's got coming for you in the Nexus?
Oh my
Stand for Cloud9, game 1.
C9.